like, and you know what? The Tesla Roadster still won't be out yet.
Yeah, exactly. And the Cybertruck might not be.
I got to get your thoughts also on everything that's going on with Tesla.
Oh man.
Because as I see on your Twitter, I'm like, Jesus, like this is a man who doesn't like Twitter, Tesla very much.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like if a lot of people like.
I keep on trying to like it. I keep on going back for more. It's kind of like an abusive relationship, you know. Like I keep on trying to like their stuff. Like even just a couple weeks ago, I took a Model 3 out for a drive because I was like, okay, maybe they've made improvements. Maybe it's not as bad as I remember. Maybe I'm just being like, because I don't really like the way they operate their business. I'm being hard on the product, but like the product is literally unpleasant to be in and to drive. And
I've actually never driven a Model 3 or a Model Y before. The only Tesla I've ever driven in my life is 10 years ago, an early Model S.
Interesting. So you only driven like a
But
decent
remember
car.
I told you I worked at Tesla, remember that?
Yeah.
Like,
well,
I think
very briefly, right? Like 2
weeks.
Yeah.
But you know what, to me, ever since that period, I've always been like, I'll never work for this company and I'll never buy their products. You know why? Because, and I told you what happened.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so Twitter, you're just like, I mean, Elon Musk, you're just like.
I was a super fan. Like I was.
What was the when did the tide turn for you? Like,
Model 3 being like just as cheap as possible, and all the autopilot promises, and I think.
And it's still a problem. It's still still a heat. I mean, I don't think it's ever gonna. There never will be a full self-drive, in my opinion. Right? I mean, you think I never believe it'll actually come to fruition.
I just think all of the. So you know, we were talking earlier about how like Tesla, you could go into their stores and they would be like, "This is how much you can save a month," and I think it was like understanding all the fine print that. I think the first thing that slapped me in the face a bit was when I was in a Tesla showroom and I heard someone say to a customer that not only did the Model S have 7 seats, but the rearmost seats are the safest ones in the car. The third row seats.
Oh, you mean back, like, you're talking like the jump seats in the back?
The jump seats in the very back. And I was like, they're telling someone that the seats that are under a pane of glass that could shatter, or like, you know, there's a potential for that in a rear impact, and in like a not a crumple zone, but a crumpleable zone of the car. You're saying putting your kid in the perimeter of the car is the safest seat in the house. No, that's the central seat in the house from a intrusion standpoint. In a front impact, maybe the jump seats are the safest seats in the house because they're furthest away from the impact and you're rear facing, so you can just get pushed into the seat. But you can't just tell a parent that is, like, put your child in the rearmost seat, that's the safest place for them to be. Like, I was like, that is heinous. So I asked him about it.
Who?
And the salesperson said that.
Yeah.
Because I was like, so where'd you get that information? And it was internal. That's what they've been told to say because it was a really nice selling hook. And I'm like, okay, now that is sociopathic. We'll say whatever we got to say to sell this car today. That's the guy, the car salesman with the big fat tie and the comb over. Like, and I realized, like, I was like, Model 3 wasn't even out yet. This is still Model S only days. Model X wasn't even out yet. And I was like, oh my God, this company's willing to stop at nothing to make a sale.
Right.
And I thought the whole point of this company was to get rid of the whole car dealership model and blah, 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 right? So, how beautiful that is. So when I realized that they were just nothing more than a glorified, sleazy car salesman operation, I was like, okay, what else is wrong here? And then my brother ordered a Model S in 2015. The car arrives with, so he got like a package that had different front and rear bumpers, and the car arrived with the wrong front end. It had the rear bumper that he had ordered, but not the front bumper he had ordered. And when we pointed this out upon, like, when the car arrived for delivery, they're like, oh, we can just knock about $500 off. How about that? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, this is the car left the factory
right
with a quality like somebody grabbed the wrong bumper for assembly, and I'm like, you guys should be like, oh my god, this should never happen, I'm so sorry. And like, you shouldn't be letting the car out on the road like this. But they're like, well, you know, I mean, for us to get a bumper from, well, here's what we'll do. We'll have a bumper sent, and we'll have our body shop install the right bumper. And I'm like, again, wrong answer. Again, wrong answer. I was like, you just need to provide them a unit that's built properly. And my brother didn't want to wait for another unit to come in, so he's like, how about you have a factory painted bumper shipped down, and I'll take that one. Now, whether they actually did that or they just had the body shop spray one up, I have no idea, but that's what they ended up doing. So I was like, okay, that's a little bit suspicious. And then it was like when basically like Model S was good because Peter was running that show, right? Model X was kind of garbage because it's kind of like the Homer, where they asked Elon what he wanted, and he's like, how about a cool like SUV with like Falcon doors, and then it would be like really fast, and you could put your like, it's kind of like his whole weird like, I don't get cars, but I'm going to tell my engineers what to do thing. And then that car was a nightmare.
I mean, I still can't believe they're producing that car with the Falcon doors. I can't believe they didn't just go back and just
make a gull wing.
I mean, I wonder how much of that is the cost. How much of the cost of the doors are like? I think that car is so fucking overrated and overpriced. Like the amount people pay for a plaid Model X is sickening.